into aso no ebrem the bokrata boss or interviews ahodo ya translate ya de brem ya frame twinebo akodu ya straight away ya kwa ahoma no so ye ne honorable Elliot Edem Agbenowu or ye MC Ketu South ya ne ntwetwe nkomo so matia ya say ya de asrafo and immigration for do akwa gu Ketu South na minority for akasa ebinim akasa afa ho na residents ebinim so akasa afa ho say adentina sabri nti ye ne ntwetwe nkomo. Honorable, good morning.
Good morning.
Honorable, for those of us who are not in Ketu South, would you take this opportunity to brief us what is happening? Because concerns have been raised about the beefing of security presence in the place. Let me hear from you, and then let me also raise the other concerns that the other people have raised so you can address them.
All right. Thank you so much for having me, and a very good morning to our cherished listeners and viewers. Indeed, Ketu South is at peace. Nothing untoward is happening.
Honorable, we appreciate the fact that it's early in the morning, but if you could raise your voice a little bit, we'll be glad. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. I'm saying that thank you for having me, and a very good morning to our cherished viewers and listeners. I think the voice is okay now.
It is okay now. It is better.
Thank you. I'm saying that indeed Aflao and Ketu South is very calm. Nothing untoward is happening. All the videos that are moving around are not coming from Ketu South. Nobody is brutalizing anybody. Everybody is moving on and doing his or her work very, very safely. Now, what is happening is that during the outbreak of the coronavirus, Ketu South is a border community, so it has been declared as a hot spot. And we quarantine foreigners who come from pass through unapproved routes into the country.
Mm-hmm.
And also, the first 6 people that tested positive are all foreigners. The Assembly has spent thousands of Ghana cedis in maintaining security at the various unapproved routes, which are very porous. Some are just imaginary lines that you can just pass through a farm and enter into our country.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have reviewed our strategy one after the other. And we moved to the RECSEC, Regional Security Council, and they allowed us some military men to come into Ketu South. That was around April and May.
Mm-hmm.
So they came, but at the expense of the assembly. What it means is that it is the assembly that takes care of them in terms of their ration, their food, and other expenses. We did that for about almost 6 weeks. And the assembly decided that let us rather appeal for National Security Council to take over the ration and the expenses of the military. So we have allowed those that with ourselves we went for to go back. And gracefully, our requests have been acceded to. So as I speak to you, it is only 27 military men, 27 military men that were given us. And it is only 27 military men that is in Ketu South.
Mm-hmm.
My brother, I don't know if we can describe 27 soldiers as healthy military presence in Ketu South.
Mm.
I can't fathom. And the 27 military men, they at least deploy about 10 at the various beats and the pillars. Only 6 do the normal, usual patrols. The remaining number stands by and changes. So this is what is happening. Nobody, no military man, trained military man in Ketu South is beating anybody. I have dared those who make these allegations that indeed we are here for if any of them claim he was beaten, he was terrified, let the person come forth to the security, to me, and report to us so that we can investigate. Till today, nobody came.
Honorable, if I may come to the meat of the matter, the suggestion has been that this exercise is being carried out to scare potential registrants, and that is why it is coming around this time. We are informed that this exercise began somewhere last week, that is on the 22nd, that is the beefing up of security, and that these security persons are wielding guns. Some of the videos that we have seen, some of them are indeed wielding guns. So, I mean, how do you explain this coincidence? Just at the time that we're going to have registration, and then there is a beefing up.
Yes, thank you so much. But if you look at and listen to me carefully about the thread of my conversation, there is one strategy after the other by the Municipal Security Council.
Mm-hmm.
We took a number of strategies, and if it's not working, we review. So we took a strategy to ban riding of motorbikes along the beach and the pillars, because we suspect it is our own people that aid people into our country.
Mm-hmm.
That we followed up by taking another strategy by arresting every motorbike rider and also confiscating the motorbike. After that strategy, we review it again, and we ourselves bring military into this place. After that strategy, we review it again by appealing that give us the military rider rather than the assembly itself funding the military expenses. And this is what has been done. So it is one after the other. So it is not sporadic. It is not all of a sudden that, oh, military presence is here. This is not the first time we are bringing military here. Every regime comes and brings the military. And in Ketu South, because of the border nature of our community and because of the unique of our community, any time there are issues in Ketu South that we use our local security, and we are finding it difficult to get to the bottom of the issue, military becomes our last resort. And anytime they come, they help us to maintain the peace and order. So this is not the first time the military is coming. The military has been here, they've been coming over since in 2010, 2011, many times. So, well, it could be a coincidence. But I don't want the people to look at it in the other way around. No. Purely they are here to enforce the closure of the border in order not to allow any foreigners to come in, which might be carrying the virus to infect our people. That is purely why they are here. And you see, as for military, they always have their guns with them. Now, as I said, this is not the first time we have chieftaincy disputes in Ablao in Ketu South. Several. Military have come here several to help us. Why at that time people didn't raise alarm? We have industrial disputes. 7 Seasons factory had serious problems where the factory was bent. Military were the last resort that came to sort it out. Why at the time people didn't raise alarm? We have several instances. Even the last time, as I told you, I brought the military from here. Even those times, they even, excuse me, some people were not following the protocol. I myself will tell the military, get to this place, they're not following the protocol. They will go and scatter the people. Why at that time people didn't raise alarm? It is only at this time that we said that the assembly cannot continue to spend money. Rather, let the Regional Security Council or the National Security Council assist us. It is only at this time that a section of the people decides to make a hill out of a mole, decides to, throw so many things on the air. As if we are at war. There is nothing untoward happening. If you come to Ketu South, you don't even see the presence of the military in town.
Okay.
They are at the various beats and the pillars. And that is what is happening, my brother.
So what more? What last are you going to say to soothe the fear of the people that, well, these people are here and not to scare us from registering? Because some people have expressed that fear. If that could be the last statement from you. What are you going to say to soothe people of that fear?
Thank you so much. I've issued an official statement as the chairman of the Security Council, informing them that the presence of the military is not to scare any of them. It is here to protect us. Everybody should sleep and sleep well, believing and trusting that he or she is safe and wake up the next day and do his or her activity. And that they should volunteer information to the military and the immigration that are with them against people, miscreants, that want to come from the other country or the other area into us. The police and the military will help them. They also help the military. I have also met at the community, especially the Uroba community, on Friday, when the immigration organized community deba, conscientized them on their presence. I was there personally to also assure them of their peace, of their protection, that they should feel free. Whatever they think that is not going well, they should come to me or come to the police and tell us. We are ready to do that investigation. Today, I think that when the minority in Parliament and the team come, maybe they were going to review whatever they were told in Accra. And I think that I also want to use the opportunity today, after they come, I will also meet the press and tell the press exactly what is happening. And I will take them around to the various places. And I'm still saying, whoever thinks that the military beat them or has done anything untoward, which I am saying that they are not doing, let the person come forth and tell us. We are ready to do that investigation and call whoever has done whatever to them to book. But let me assure them that they have the total peace, they have the tranquility, and if you don't have anything to hide, if you are not a miscreant, you cannot be scared by the presence of the military. If I don't do anything, I can just go out and come in, believing and trusting that now I am very safe because I have people who can protect me around me.
Okay. Honorable, I guess we'll put the brakes here. And since this has become a raging controversy, there may be a time that it will be needful to come back to you again. But for now, thank you so very much. Honorable Elliot Edem Agbanowu, MC Ketu South. For the Bokrata Edos, I say the Chronicle is here. We build economy, they shrink it. Akufo-Addo jabs NDC. Daily Democrat says that register and vote MPP out. Mahama says the Ghanaian Times press. President rallies Saul to register to vote in 2020. Agenda 4 more to do more sealed. Front page, the Supreme newspaper, the Ghanaian Observer says MPP endorses Nana Bawumia for 2020. The new publisher, NDC MP storm Ketu South over soldiers. Story no bina yaye wa hase. Now let's go for decisive victory on December 7. That is on the front page of the Statesman, the daily graphic acclamation of NPP flag bearer. Akufo-Addo Bawumia ticket for election 2020, and President extends incentive package for health workers. Adwoe Boeje any ejakwa benaba boso mampeni nsema nra okan no rich hospital gains notoriety over medical negligence. Front page, The Informer, and the finder says that proclaim our good works is also here. The Informer, the Daily Searchlight. Government spends 20.14 billion in executing key campaign promises. Akufo-Addo commissions Suhum interchange. The Herald, regional minister and NPP MP give conflicting reports on heavy military presence in Volta and Oti regions. Wenum ene the akabi ena ebo so e de achemo. But from Makwabo.
Yeah.
Yemfa de Bokrata mbo so nto aso e.
Okay. Eja
shase wo yo. Ene na okan ye no yo. Na menno ye mapani na nadodan Akufo-Addo ne Ghana fo nyina hia ye na mapani sam okan ye no na fa ye ma ene wo mu school junior high school 3 fo no na mapani kire se wo mu hihye gu akom se na be betumi aboa ama nkoda no school no mbokọ na menyina betumi akoyie o che se protocols hihye awdo a ye hwe kwanse nkoda betumi ahoro wo nsa abribia awu nsu etene ho no wo mu de aba na fe niam ahodo ya akade obehia bia no mapani che so mu de aba na no smas no nkoda no ko school na obia benyamienu na otwemienu achi ne de bakobaka na ye miensa na che se na otwemienu no achi no na kwae miensa na se na ye 33 kwada bia betumi nya bi eno achi so no se de be betete nkwadaa ni mu no eno so o mai san hye ni nyina na wo de no to nchen a nkwadaa be ko school nonkron apon awia donko donhwere enan na sa donhwere nan no enye de nkwadaa no be ko break se bi ama break nti mu mpire ko abonti ko di agora na musam na da bi school dem ho na be wa na no donko no bo a ya pon mo na ja bokọ no mokọ enye afa no be hu o mo echeche mo ho aya wa tu ni nasefo da bi enye de a enhyehyɛ ne be ma kwan kora saa na mu ko sukui no won be cheche nkwadaa no de se so mo yi abiribia se de be ye won betumi edi so na fe eno achi krampo so no ya mpini mo ho wo bia kra ma ka so beton aduane e wo sukuu ho da bi ya mpini mo nya ne sakra nti wo yo wo fo no wadwen se oba no kwa obi de ekọ egbemi bebe be siwa ma na to ano mo a ene to wadwen ukranya de a ebe mmra ebe makwa na so mo hyehyese ebe ba ne sakra nti ye nhye no so nsa ba ko kan ye no no
mampani ka BC candidate ni wasem no wasan ka bibi to aso se sa wo hwa final year for no mo junior high school no mo dodo eye empem ahenum aduasam yenu 532,000 young man omo cultural exams no munyina dodo Ghana bia omo dodo no 532,000 final year for na aircraft junior high schools makomako empem donson ahanan ne aduasam kono eye 17,439 schools emu ana ye de sankoda nyina ekogo na ye ka ye kenkoda no omo kwa a teacher fo ba headmaster ni mistress for eba omo mo no anuane omo mo siesie school ho administration for accountant omo nyina ka bo mo eba etano so omo asese e de aka ho se ye ma no omo kwa school no ato nchen a adwumafo empim ahanu ni dunwoche 218,000 non teaching staff omo so ekọ ene nkwada ni nyina akwa bo tia kan nyina bom a chese nipa be 750,000 ena ekọ suku mu ene akwa toa adesua no so mampanis watoto ni ma papa se na eja ka no wode hihye bebregu akwa mu nkwada ni nko break no mu obi nkoye obi awa tu omo sharp mask no achi mampanis abanya toto Veronica bucket no achiche mu afei liquid soap no sam na de ba huru yansa no wato no gallon mu bebrebe ema wo mo de ekọ afei a tissue paper ya wuro nsa wi a o de be paper wonsa thermometer guns a wo ba ne ade ahwe o mo maso so temperature wo so anase e wo form mask no ya to ahodo bebre wan mu nyina ye ahobo a aban na aye ade egu kwa mu sane be ya ye manu a omo junior high school final year no mo kwa omo benya ban bo a ese efata
mampani santo so e kan sen ba ko a wo ka se be ya busumi sia abesin koni covid-19 ba na obi ase o ya mfa nya asam no bia susu se bia yare bi na aba ebetwam keke na sese no yare no eya agehini kura wie na de ntia ma na ehu kura na sese ye kase eni aduro eno so a okwan ye fa so de san kura kasa no enam kwan hodo bebre so ena ede san sa ne ma ni nyina ne ma hodo bia ma yare no ne kono ayehu papa enu ti no se no no wadi kan ese ne bo aka no wose ne botasi ne so ne na ba ni so ne se wokwa ye kun edefa covid-19 hu no eya dia ombebo nipa nkwa ho eban ena fe nipa so a enam yare no so bewu no so no aso beti se hwi enu ti no mo ye mo fam de bi obetumi de aboasa ne ba yare ye betumi etuso esa wo kyese ye nyina ye hyebre ekura yen se ye bo ye ho ban edi hihya wodo ni nyina so pepepe a yare no ye betumi ako atia ne ye adwene se o ye fa baga nya so an covid-19 no firi na ban se ne nka first no ye se akokwa kya so bu ahye no nkokwa yare ba ye se o kya so bu bi wa so akokwa ni tiri hu nyina tuntuntuntuntu o tumi nante oda ho na ne pedesi na kotwa ni ti adwasa yi no wi bi da
me de menwi bibia menwi bibia na ka wasem
o se binya jenne anya kakaduro ani ka kokra na ti asobu akokọ no wa spy too much nso na ne pedesi ni ewe wo se ni pe wa adwene bi se covid-19 yare no enyame no hweyie yesase yare no boa enya wa na enya ena woni ba bi so abenya no afa ti nyina ye mo ho ban na ye ma ni na ho sa wonya sunsun so ba komienu miensa bi se bi honam ye wo ya fever chill wanum aye wonti de ade bi hwa kora wonti ihwa bia ko hospital bi e ben wo na koje ayarhwe ne sa na betumi aboa ama yare no yetumi abre na se
mampani kasa no osan kasa fa pomodin adwumaefo ho front line health workers no na wo kyeremu a senya ban ehihye ma omo ahyase pa no se income tax no na eto awdo bi a wo ya ban dwumani anaso ye bosumi dwumani bi a ye tete firi obosumi akatuemu no a doctor fo ni a nurse fo eni pomodin adwumaefo a omo na mo gina covid-19 ko nani mu ne de ba bosumi miensa ntem aban de firi wo mo akatuya ne ba bum yankukuru nyina ma mo mien tete to bi a emfiri mu wase ano awie na ban sa de bosumi miensa asan aka ho bi na chese ya bosumi July bosumi August and September sa bosumi miensa e na ban aye eto bi afiri wo mo bosumi akatua no se ye betete afiri mu no emu na mapani kasa no wase ebia wo mo bosumi akatua botene no aye nyamfa yensan kae no se eye oha wado ha mu chemu aduonu asa aka ho ti 50% omo basic salary no yensan fan kan no so wasan atrem edi aka ho aba besi bosumi September na sa achede no anasa medasi abra wa chede no ebekọ na wieye mampani kasa no wase sa enhihye ode ba ye se womo no mo ye front line womo no mo gina ko na nimu no ahye na wantu kakra bi obi si yenye ni ehwa covid for na so ye ni ehwa apin for yen so ye health workers ni bi yes we say ye gina pharmacy ye chenro we say ye wa lab ye but afi na ye hunu say ye ka say front line pa na ye hwan wasi wanchwachi kakra bi be mu na so say embenufo mo hwa pomodi adwuma no so no amana te say o metimi atoto ni manyina awie mo bi ate ne ho ase esese no de enya de a eba ye de bi ontie enche kokoma so makeka ne manyina ato mawie ni ahyase etua saa da sia braw achede no aban ede ema wo mu na mampedi kasa no wose se ye bo ye ho ban sabi oye di ahonidie eye adwuma ye tete ye ntam ne ehia pa eti obi a masaje no ehia no ye papa na afen so se pomodi adwumafo nkoso anya odo eni timmanya homobro emma won wa ade yare no eba ayaresabia no wosi obi biaras o a osabi ne nkwa be firi nsa se ye covid o se yare fufuro bia no eyo how eni dadwene edema oman ni nyina eti se obayi wadwuma no nu watimi aboni pa nkwa ho ban no wagi ni pa nkwa no eye hia de a aban no wonfa ntoto form ana so wonfa ni agrokra eti wo sesa pomodi adwumafo no woma wani na ho no wonfa ahumobro ne tema enkambomu enye adwuma no
wa COVID-19 sem mampani kasen bi wo se nipa ewuo ni nyina no apomdin ahye eye Ghana Health Services for kire se won a enam yare so ewuo no de ma ede ba sa ne se ede omu wo ba no ene so nipa no yare ne ka no a yare ne betina fia tia be ede bedu hospital no bo ne be sa na e too late na ka achi ebi o ede bedu hospital no na wo kokra ne sa obi on so on betwen a won bedu wo no be do hwe aduana wotwe na anu na chese woko na si yare na didi mu ewo fie ansa na de na ba hospital na ye ma pedi kire se wo sa ganafo se ekobasa bi a bibi sai si a ntenten ye ko hospital bi a ben ye nse na be ya apodadwuma efo betumi ahwe ebi wo ho a na ye bia ebi so na nya bia se ye bia entemu a na ya hyase ehwe nipa no na mu ye tena se twan a ma yere no gi hini wie na se de ko hospital a ayi na ne sa no sanda ana din ye papa eno ti yen hye no so esense nipa ewuo no na kyese eno na de saa wo no eba wo kyese nipa eda hospital saudo se ICU Gam East Municipal Hospital na fe Ghana Medical University of Ghana Medical Center no wo mo ekoye no wo dodo no a ho ato mo kofie wa intensive care unit wo no aje obi an yere mo den pa ne de beko we se de bi no makọ ama mo ato mo ha mo chemo de wo twe miensa 83% yemfa se nipa 100 na koya emu 83 omo hato omo kofie eden se trodo se wo hu ni ntam na hospital ntam a okwan bia so no obenya yare santam ama onya otin so didimu
wie mampani na nado na wo kasa na osan edibibi eka ho bio se osi social distancing no eyade ehia papa it was amanfo enisu na mom no obekamfo ese so woni fade do mu nyina de o enema akoyie o se aban waye bi na amanfo so aya so tie titru eye wo mom wo suapom mom ko na no ene ma no mom ko nto aso suku mu no wo se protocol nhihye ye aban de gu kwan mu wo bewura school ni compound ye be check temperature wo be hohoro wonsa wo de we be fa wonsa wo be sha mask no ene obia di aye adwuma nti no so so kan nyina abomu a ene akoyie papa na wose dia ye ntwintwane mu kakra bi beba de ne nso so no so o kan nyina bom wane chese niema atimi akoyie mampani so no wababo so panya dia wojeja no ho abana wiata so say safety protocols ne nyina be yadwuma frenchim e wo junior high school fo na omo so omo ko omo de ne no enya de omo jeja bibia ene wose etia mienu say aban any district directors of education ana fe mpanufo so omo da pomode adwuma na no wo masimasi bia mu no sa fa no nyina be ka bom ya baba ye nkyerɛkyerɛ ɛde ma headmaster fo no a ɛne ɔmo nkɔda ɛba no ɛne ɔmo teacher fo no nyinaa ne akyerɛkyerɛ ɔmo sɛ sei ni sei na sesa mo yɛ nkɔda no obi ba na ne ho ayɛ hyia mo nye sei obi ba mo nhwɛ so ayɛ sei mo ma nkɔda ne keka mo tete wɔn tam ya baba kyerɛkyerɛ mo sa nyɛma ne nyinaa na yɛnim dadadeɛ so yɛbɛsa ahyia yɛbɛsa akyerɛ wɔn ama abɔso baa na megya pa yɛ nti ama hyehyɛ ne nyinaa timi akɔ so yie wɔn mu nyinaa yɛ hyehyɛ aban de agu kwan mu a wɔde yɛ adwuma frenchim sɛ ne bɛyɛ ayɛ ma no ebenya ban bɔ ɛwɔ school na wɔn asa hyɛ aseɛ
na mampani kasai na wo sense su dia sɛ ɛyɛ ne na asamemini na nipa ya taisi o mo manga na mu no ɛyɛ mpima hanu aduokono mpima hanu ne aduokono nan aha nwɔtwe adusenson ɛyɛ 284,867 ɛna ya taisi wɔn sɛ nipa ya taisi no emu 17,351 mpimu du nson ahasa aduonu mu baako ɛna na yare no mu obi na wɔn so a ɛyɛ 17,351 yi no emu 12,994 empim du mienu ahankron aduokono nan ena mo ho atɔ mo ena nipa na kyese wo hwe no a na se nipa bɛyɛ empim nan ahanu aduanan num 4,245 na sese no wo mo obi a wo mo da nuro so a wo mo enom ena nipa bɛyɛ ɔha eni du mienu ahwe wo mo enkwa otumu se saa hyehyɛ yi aban ayɛ no dia danse so ba bibiman mu ha ɔma yɛ test pa no Ghana yedi mu akotene pa ena wo yɛse nyina so no ɔman a ya test na nipa nhyɛda enwuo no Ghana yedi mu akokyese nipa enwuo Ghana hakora ɛfa COVID-19 ho ni nyina enema bi aban no ɛde aba a ɛboa yie papaapa na wosusu sɛ si yɛ nyina yere yɛ ho na protocol hyehyɛ awdo a yɛse yɛ nisoɔ no yɛtumi di so pɛpɛɛpa ɛnyɛ nwanwa sɛ wɔman Ghana yarebɔni yɛbɛdi ne so na yɛnya eti adidi mu
wiye mampani to asɛm so no wɔsan ɛka bibi sɛ wɔhyɛ awofoɔ nyinaa ɛbɔ sɛ sabi wonu watu e wo ya agyamu a anya de a odi amanfo nkwa ebeto asem anas wonu wanim se na ho boa nsoyon tutu ne maye no obepia ya ma no se sabi omo nkwa tetiare na omo da bi anya de aban beye saade no enti aban tutu ne ma nyina yie papa na nipa 750,000 enne ebi ye teacher for ebi ye headmaster ni administration for ebi ye school for ebi administration for omo nyina ko school ne no aban tutu bibia frenchim etawofo obi anka na koma to no yam obi anso da na efisanya de aban toto bibiara ajeje mu owie no ode to aso se na wo msa aban no wo bodawro munye we munye na de aka ne de ehyen ankasa yensem ye timamufo no wono wa cheche se yare no ho animdifo se yan wohoro yensa yesi amfa de ankata ya no yesi enye wei yesi enye ye che oni nyina na sa wonso wanye de a na wo ankasa na wode wo nkwa toto adwamu nti yan ankasa yan kwa ne ye banbo no efa kese no a ehyen ankasa yensem wonu nyina eyensem a omampani anura wode atu adwa no ebi
ewie na se ne tofa bom no ye mampani asem o kare twato ene se wo hwe se da yare sitie no a ye nyamsoma kanifo wo mo aboa papa esanse wo bro kase mo bi ankwa asore na asefo no ebinum nwunwi na so hyehyɛ ode baaye efa asore ekone ye masalachi kono na emu odin kakra na so asore kanifo nyamsoma kanifo nyina ne di nsawoso ama sese no ne makono bakoso na o madi nsawoso ase de be ya ebetumi amasa nhye no ebedi soma etu yare no ase wo se wanya ni so wonsiye ene gidi aga na fo ye wo edema ono na ono so ewo edema Ghana fo no eyade a ehye nkuran yie papa no gidi se ye bekoso so mu se ya na ka eho abom na wenso ebetwam se de enura nso pete ye no ewia bebone amenye eti adidimu ye mampani se mo kan no
awie ene ye de mampani se mo enura wode atu dwa no de no e konkon say some afofro so the one krata animo na wo share the one krata daily graphic krata feto so aduana miensa page 43 watcho de aba eja kwabena wo yonko no owura kwabena owusu agye man of god you say obeko electoral commission pani no na sem no the one krata graphic e de ho baby na e abonu kwadu bebre e wo court say de akwesi ni say court amani bail e yo owura kwabena owusu agye e bonu brane man of god say court amani bail ono ne kwadu e de bonu say wo electoral commission adwane pani trani say obeku no na afi so ebre o mkwache no na enuboni bi ehye ni botom ene ne tetesa eno ho kwadu ne de abo no say court amani bill aye 100,000 Ghana cedis 100,000 Ghana cedis asa hye enipa miensa emedi na ginemu enipa miensa no esese mu mienu eya ban dwumayfo mo bosumi akatie sokra no besi di mpemu mienu 2,000 Ghana cedis de esese mo eya mo bosumi akatie de mo bosumi bia sa di pay ani ofoforo ba ko ne nka ho no mo ni na aginemu ansa na court apne so amani bill ene tia bio enye se bia akwa the passport on so court achane se won famra on fan passport on so mra prosifo na watwe mienu bia so no esaso no anante de ne ho kwacha prosifo sapose mini yo me nko ba bia o enche se no so e no na kwadu ade abo no medika chechem wabo entani se obeku electoral commission adwuma ne pani a oda no e na fe so se ne ti o man mra no nubone ehye ni kotokuo mu e na yede ama no ni lawyer ni Owura Victor Kwajoga Adawudu ne di animu a okosere bill e de ma Owura Kwabena Owusu agye
jo na adwa tike anopai tike ne eye Ketu Ketu South wo ho DC on din komo kakra na ne se mon komodi ye no so komo mudi ye no na minority di kan kra e de aye ho centrofo nhyiemu a Owura James Agaga ano na oka bambo e ka bambo ho nsam a e wo dom kumanu mu a wodi makotene no wono kasa wo se ukome atifi mantam oti mantam framantam atifi apue ene atifi atoye a yare soja fo ni police fo bebre akogu asabia ye kokko ono ase na we de firi hinie omo se yan na covid-19 covid-19 nti no ya to ye boda mu nti ye peso bia be wura boda Ghana ha no se masa ebra ye sha ase se covid-19 by December ton mampani ye hye ya me ye to ye boda hodo mu no da ben na mo de asafo kogu boda so dindindi chenchene se na mo ye ne sesei eye hunahuna na mposa bu hunahuna amanfo won potamo sanse ho no eye dom kuma na eye NDC for stronghold from antamu na fe oti ene upper west eho nyina eye NDC for stronghold eti mo hyeda nipa na koguo Owura Agaga chese se de nipa efre from honorable soja for begu ha plombe kuretuo enam krobu kirikiri se ebia amamboefo bi fi oman hodro bi so abo Owura Ghana ha eti chese amafo ho no esuro ani to mo san na do say we di ntwa na bebe twere enye okko na yeko enti asrafo no wonyi omu firi ho na covid-19 panti ene de asrafo ni so police fo bebe kuretuo ekogu ahyawodo so a eye tro eye nada ehunahuna no mu hunahuna asrafo ni nyina na so framatam so afo so kire say enti sa ne ti okasa ne say nipa bi aso bra kire pa aso din for system no mu pa enu ti ye bo mu kokose mo bi ama Ghana ya to ye hyiemu a ya tum kopem bra mampani beka say ya bie mu mra ne sa no na betu abanya sa de a nobody into we na kokobo ne ye de bo nipa enya Ghana for mo adwene so baba Ghana na omde yare ne beba ha no na ye pese ye boy ye ho be fi yare no na so Owura Agaga ka say me say yare ni from antamu bebreu eni atifi mantamu enkra ha na yare no wo pa nti se ye pasra fa gu kromu a ye fo be hu nkra no mo kuti covid-19 no enye bebi omdo omani a kire no wo ye Ghana ta de bokrata ro tike
ye ko ahoma no so na ye ne Francis Sosuvi journalist ewo Aflawo ye na ntwetwe enkomo kakra. Francis, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
We would describe you as a man on the ground and having had an experience of what is happening in Ketu South. If you could paint a picture for us. In particular, we want to know how the people feel about the presence of the security forces. And then if you could also explain to us whether they are military men or from the immigration or police. If you could do that for us, and then if there are any further questions, we will ask them.
Okay. Good morning to your listeners and your viewers. The people of Ketu South have been grumbling about the increased presence of the military and other security services in the constituency. Some members of the community that we have spoken to have expressed their concern about the way these deployed security services have mounted barriers and tents within the communities without any definite reason. This, they said, has brought massive tension within the community. Members of Budaba community have also lamented about the frightening presence of security men in their community. They have complained about security officers allegedly searching their homes, and this conduct they say are intimidating. They have also complained about activities of the military men disrupting their market and other economic activities. They pointed out that these deployment security services to their community have totally changed their normal way of life. They now live in fear. They seem to be particularly concerned about the fact that these deployments have been made during a period where registration of voters is taking place, and they believe this is being done to prevent their families who live just across the border from taking part in this exercise. At Zukope, and when a border community within the Ketu South constituency, a gentleman named Adekye, a Ghanaian, was allegedly arrested on Saturday by soldiers on suspicion that he helped people cross the border into Ghana. And according to the chief of the community, Togbi Amala Amokunu III, he is currently being detained at Aflao police station. Speaking to the MC and looking at his press statement, according to the release he gave out, Mr. Elios Agbanau, the MC, says the presence of the security in the Ketu South is to protect citizenry and to maintain peace, law, and order in the municipality. His statement indicated that the intelligence gathered revealed that people still use unapproved routes to enter the country.
So Susie, if you could educate us, we're talking about Ketu South municipality. Now, exactly at which places have these military persons been deployed? If you could address us on that.
In Aflao is the main border community. There are three major borders at Bogu segment. There's another one at Aflao, that is the major one, and a pedestrian border at 9, also in Aflao. Ketu South has three major traditional areas. They are Some, Kriko, and Aflao. So, however, just like other border towns, the community has many unapproved routes or borders, which members of the community use, and borders are normally guarded by immigration officers, and also sometimes they are held by national security. So, members of these communities cross these routes for various reasons, including commercial, educational, family visits, medical care, etc.
Hello, Sosuvi.
Yeah.
So these routes existed before this exercise, right?
They have been there for a very long time.
And they are unapproved routes.
Yes, they are unapproved routes. People have, it is a community. People have farms just across the border, and they live here in Ghana, and vice versa. There are people who live there in Togo who are Ghanaians and come here in Ghana for farming activities. So there is a connection between the people who live around this environment.
I see. So my understanding is that on the border you have people's farms, right?
Yes. You have farms, you have houses. Yes, they live. When you go there, there's nothing per se that demarcates the border. For instance, when you go to the major border, there is a barrier that you have to cross. But in this case, there are routes just like normal farm routes all over. And so people use this route, and mostly by community members. You don't see any vehicle using those routes. it doesn't happen. The major route that is used is the main borders, the two major borders at Kogu, Segbe, and the Aflau border. There is another pedestrian border which is approved at its 9 township.
So Suvi, if you could answer my curiosity, if somebody has a farm on the border and we are unable to tell which side is the Ghana side and which side is the Togo side, how do we resolve that confusion?
There is no confusion about this.
There's no confusion?
No, there's no confusion about this.
Because, okay. So to that answer, I would say that the people know which side is Ghana and which side is Togo. So they would know when they would have crossed to Ghana and know when they would have crossed to Togo, right?
Exactly.
So then there's a possibility that somebody could say that the people who are over there are Togolese and not Ghanaians, and those people over here are Ghanaians and not Togolese, right?
There's a mix of, this is a border community, and there are a fair number of Ghanaians living in Togo and a fair number of Togolese living in Ghana. The people who live in the community know each other, and they could tell, according to them, few of them that I've spoken to, they have families that live across border, the Togo border. So when it is time for exercises like voter registration, like national identification registration and other things, these people travel into Ghana to take part in those activities. And also, they also come for funeral, Christmas activities, and other holidays.
So Suvi, the understanding is that anytime there is an activity that calls for them coming to Ghana, they do come.
They do come.
Now, if I may ask, do they appreciate the fact that because of COVID-19, borders are now closed, so they are unable to come to Ghana to register, even if they are Ghanaians?
Yes, that is true. That is being taken over. The securities are already, before this deployment, the immigration officers and other security services have been guarding the border and taking care of security issues at the border. But this deployment that the community has seen recently is what is raising the question. And some people I have spoken to have expressed their concern about the risk of even contracting this virus at the borders because of the movement that will be taking place. But the deployment is a major concern right now, and I've spoken to a chief in one of the communities who have told me that a gentleman was arrested because he is suspected to be involved in moving people across the border.
And was he indeed doing that?
That is that will be left to the investigators to confirm, because I've only spoken to the chief and I've not been able to meet the gentleman himself since in detention.
Now, so you may have observed the activities of the security forces yourself, right?
Yes.
And then in terms of number, would you say that there are more soldiers than immigration officers or vice versa?
There are policemen, SWAT policemen, there are immigration officers that are not from here. They've been deployed to this community. They are military men. They move together. Some are positioned at border posts. Some move in patrol vans, and there are some who are stationed within communities.
Hello, Sosu.
Yeah, hello.
Yes. The question I asked, and I'm still asking, is in your own estimation, is it the case that we have more military men there than immigration service personnel, or the other way around?
No, the military men are not more than the immigration service personnel. There are also other security service personnel on the ground. And so I don't think that the major issue is about the military presence. The military is there. There are other security services, the BNI, the police, that are the SWAT, and the national security, and all the other security services are on the ground. So I think this is the reason why the community is having some kind of fear, as I've spoken to them.
Okay.
And,
all right. So since we are beginning the exercise from tomorrow, maybe we may have to pause here. And then as time goes on, you may have to be reporting to us about how this is impacting on the exercise itself, if it does at all. But for now, thank you so very much.
Yeah, and I would also like to add that the chiefs of the community will be having a press conference
today,
this afternoon at 11 a.m., and I will keep you posted.
Very well. Thank you so very much. Francis Osuvi, Aplao-based freelance journalist, speaking to Accra-based Chinobokodia, who is being warmed today by two Abeka-based journalists, Ajo Eboje and Jacob.
I think when baby I walk on was a window, me minimum, minimum said the whole city pa na obi to a car kwana a twa uko aflow ne Togo ntem ho de a ye fi e bit one air kono e car kwan keke de twam enti ni we edidi wa akoda ha we su koda ha enti so bitum ko bobol ha be chese eye fako na wo hwe border post na wo fi aflow a uko baby okpogulu wo ho ufi kpoguru abeko joje ho na yakanu ufi kanu a obeko afede ngba ufi afede ngba okwa havi ufi havi a wato aso saa ni nyina so ye baby okra da yabom kwan wirem kwan a ntino ho no uduru ho a ayese de o transuo ya na wura Togo so ho ntino ayese yem kan tete akurase ufi wakura ko obi fufure akurase no kwan ne da obi okra ye kona kwan bi afuo
se no say unapproved no
aha no namu saa na se woko ntino ho na setena ne se de wo sitie no ho yense bebre unapproved route no does
in your own estimation if you say kwan be ne emphasize asem emphasize in terms of registration here eba be because we be no feel so you Ghana ni most definitely we so eba and I say yes COVID-19 ti ato border meanwhile border no be ho ato manye ye because border no ye ni bibia ni ato
bibia ni ho na wakotum
afro de kra na ye to mu wo main border ho no nko a apart from main border ho de aka ni nyina ye ntum esan say ye kwan ena da ho ena immigration 41 na custom 41
who said na yenye
tike asem ne kan kana o say de kan mampani say yato your border mo bi enwura mo bi nko mo bi ma intenu e one factor but se kase betumi ama Ghana for no saba be betwiro mu din a na wo ma abrochire no so so mutumi betwiro mu din o
sesi emie kwan mo ma
aha
ansa ne o say ye obi a
na say ye obi a ntene so mutumi ma
well
mutumi ma enti ade no ye bibi na mo no yes ne kana kakra de agaga kan ya agaga say se wo mo se COVID-19 ni ti no mo sojafo na kogu wode ya ene omunyai ese COVID-19 ne nkra ha na wo pa enti COVID-19 so sojafo na immigration for de ya ene on from egu nkra ha
I think well minim de person okire but I think exercise we no say the be ya nipa free borders no mu enwura mu
no
enti ne enye mo so be ni pentimi nante wo manu minimum agaga de no person kire so no
so say o bisa mu no om say mampani ahye bisa woni DC no krakasa ye no o kan say yare yi ebi nko ebi fi abonte ne ba oga manga ne nyina fi abonte ne ba enti yempene me bi nko bi ma se na be betuma boy ho ban DC kra ne san kan na agaga so kire say om so bisa ye no explanation authorities dey man say womo hwe kwan so bi amfi omanfoforo so magana ha na wonfa yere no enkonko wura Ghana ha na sefo no se sa na tie dia ene na yare no mo pese mo bre na se dia ene na omunya bibi omo no mo fa soja for police for name immigration for no be nkran ha msa ha na eye pick center ha na yare no ewo pa
well you have said bisi akwa
na yo
to aso kakra na
ye to aso kakra ho na ma me fa daily post adwa so ho asema ye kan ya ena mampani dada mahama so ene kasai wo se sa safo ya wo mu ekurekretio bambofo ekurekretio ene ma hodo ene nam na ma ya hia hodo so yi no tumi ye ni kaso ebre bi bedu a enya ban we ene be wo ho enti so mu hwem ko hu se bi a enya botae mo de ko ye ne se mo kwa kwhwe se de be ye obi amfi omafoforo so fa yare ni enwura gana ha na mom enam de ntwire ehunehuna nti ena mo ko sa de a enya abiribi mu se aban sisa na se bi omkobo no hwehwem no hu ni se eyehunehuna nti ena mo ko ho a sa bere no so no de besi no eno so ne na ebesi na se emra abeya adwuma o sa bere na se mampenda dan so asama wo ka no no o se de ekoso oframantamu ene mantama hodro no anya de ehye nkurankura anya de egbo maka mami kabi akodanim emma kwan emma fa ho di agana fo asi etumi nya no yensan tumi enkasa enti se aban no etusa na mo no e de asafa koguo se yehunehuna enti de a ene aban no ensa enwene ho no nwene ho bio no mu nyini nyina mfiri wo sanse tumi wo yi so de oka no ye ni nkaso
bre ye ni nkaso we da bokrata the informer na mede to so na the informer na Rich Hospital ayarsabia na sam watwo ne tintintin en wode abache se owura bi na yire ho mfa no mo de na kwato Rich Hospital ma ne tiranye ye okọ ne krachi wa free mu na so ni kuru no ntene wase se ekwan ya na yire ne fa so wuye no sabi enye sabi ni wuwa bi na aba eyamfo nso bi ane se dipa bi omotutu adwuma jejem no won hwe so nya adwuma ne yiye na de ne yire wuo no ebaaye na ne di Dr. Emmanuel Kuto wono no director eda Ghana Institute of Languages ano na on Facebook no de na asam yitu dwa na the informer so watam bi atro ede abetu edwa na Dr. Emmanuel Kuto asama wo kan se ne yire hu fa no eme na kwakwato reja yarsabia na dakwa nwuma akosa ne ho ye omabonkomo bibia wo kodamade ache obaya fede chese yare no chese na gina wana ahura kodu be 9 mo si na prakopedi ase wo se mintimi kura oba ne bobna na wo se fa me ko na me nkwadwunso wade ne ko wura washroom won mo an obayi twahwe fom bobna me be frɛ no na wafe waye bete na ayaw pains mu no wo when wo frɛ nurse fo no ba se na di asem na nurse fo no frɛ se doctor me se doctor onye ready doctor mai etiri ne bobna saa madonhwere ba ko achi send the informer the bokata atro no di aba no 1 hour chi ansa na doctor ba doctor ba na obi sa nurse e dey na ba na nurse so edro asemasi ya dem na o farm amini folder o hwemu ni no se na se edro amode ma na nyama na me twero ye no se anyo na twero doctor asemasi ba na o be twero ma no nurse ni odina chance yan pa doctor asemasi no ba na o be twero se edro ma no en wo fa phone no o pi abonten papa ne se doctor ne nurse fo nyina pie no no so di akire bie o person tie nkomo mu die fe die kwansi mu dina abonten o frɛ doctor no a che se nkomo no de wonte de wo fie de na de ogina ne nkyane de no o tie no se wo bio na no yes ade ye bi nenso asa ye bio me na me che o se twero se edro no nkyɛ se akoye kinye na nya bufuo mom no mo de kasa we ka no agya se de mo kwa na sefo no nyina se o se asemasi no na so asa ye bio edro we se ban kasa fa mama me no na no sa na wo ye nenso asa ye bio na kyerɛ se omo ntene omo nya adwuma ne ye na obi dampa so a wo wuo no doctor ne na sefo nya we ka no we da fam twetwetwe no omo sere papa ne se ato na afei ne hu na awode no awate agu no so ne yam sese no se ne yakɔ no yiri bewu ampa na ne yiri awu eto no de wo kan si so ne se anya se wo ba be ka manase ma yemobo se Ghana fo nka bi ma no na reja yaresabia no ayekon ayeno ayesan se yanhwe mu ye ne anka bibia ene o se ye no o kina ebeto onipa foforo se ne amanfo atie no na se yan kyeye owura bi nsusu ba bonti ne yiri din ade akua nyako osei bonsu akua nyako osei bonsu okwo wo ye ko ye cesarean section emma oni kunu na dwim no odiri so man toto nyema bi ye omubu omo ne gusu yamfonso ma ne yiri ne ba ne nyina awuye mo no kwa de beto jaso de hospital no court eno mi nshada nim de ho asam akwakosie eti Rich Hospital asam kwa no bi na enenso the bokrata the informer ote abetudwa
na me for the bokrata the daily guide so ye man peni na nadodan kwakufo de nyina nim san pipi amayuko no wono nko bia ne tumi ensi akan efa man pani dibre no ho ema sese no wono ne yapagya ne sase wono na ye fragbara edema NPP na man pani enso antwen kra antwen ne nan ase eno de to empanifo na ho nyina anim se wayi Dr. Mamadu Bawumia se wono na be ye ne running mate one ne be kokko 2020 abaye betu yi amom nyina boje so na enna Dr. Bawumia kasa ndo to dwechirem se wokwan bi abefa so beboa na nado amanatu edi nkunimu bieu awafia abaye betu ho no obefa na obeye edi aboa na manatumi edi nkunim na abra na nado kasa se ye nya ne tiese nipa bi a edi o man so be yefia aduasa na wo mantumi anye hunu esa baba be ka se wo munyaye a on besan ababiu na wo mfum so mo ye no wo ma behwe asiesie no na nanado sehwe na afu so amamuo eye matra makwe mu so menhwe anye mu so menhwe amamuo na ganafo hia amamuo a anasa ban a wonim de oba obetumi aboa na wotumi amba ma na fa ntuma pa afura na mu so menhwe de anya de ganafo bepene so wokwan bia so we some Democrat daily guide dey by na no pay.
Yeah, case na oka ho asem no owura no ye frɛ no Mohammed Mustafa. Yeah de oka se Osama ye no.
De na
yes, enti no Osama ya mpa. Osama Attorney General Ministry of Health, Ghana Health Services and Greater Accra Regional Hospital. Yeah rich and Osama omo no ire no so ampani ode Queers Nyakon Osebus. Enti no Osama omo junior 8th June and Osama omo nti no e wo hase ya ngidi say enka ya ne yemo yenuanu say adwuma ye wa hwie na kwakofa asem e de abrɛw
yo tike ba ku bi wa say tew ana me pese aka mienu nketua mienu bi a pese me ka bo mu de ba wo si eku adi save the nation for future leaders pani oda no ori akwadwo atapia kran ono no wo ka say wo si na no man pani si yen hye nose mask ni yen mo ye ho ban man pani wo hye mra na e ya fa Ghana anuane ka ho na man nye o hye se wo ya wo pompo di Ghana aduane kuro ma aduane a eno na ye di twa wo furu mo no ane no na di ne gya nkrofo anuane die no wo si mo doctor fo na mo be ka che say immune system no say ebustu a woni padua na sojafo na wo mu na ekoma wa hoden no so wo mu no sori gina wo mu na so mu wa hoden a ena obetimi anya ban bo edi anasa kwan bi so no so bo ho ban etia COVID-19 yare no na say Ghana fo ye toto yankase anuane na jeje mu di a na ye ni padua na ankasa ye hojo ye be ye dan na enya hoden edi akon etia yare no Intino owura ata kwadwo apia kran so wo sere mampani se Ghana nuane bi wo ma ne nya hye upe ubedi wo se de bi kan yonkontomre na afa bi ti sada wada wa preke se pepre hwentia so bolo asana na ehure ipa moai na ehwe wo se atua so wo se no so yanom eja kwabra so wate na afa bode apima mpasie no mu didi akontomre no watwi no de nwa gu so wo de amantire atwim ni nyina ye Ghana nuane afa anka mango ni ne teteta ni nyina no mampani wo kan ya omo so nkan no ma ne nya ohye na obia eni Ghana enuane
wo kan
na ajo nti so ne oyere onhye
oso amra no so enye emra ni bi senia ehide
esi sefo kan
na wa hyemra se obi ni Ghana aduane
eno de megidi seti ke be ye afutuo ne kasa kire
sa o mampani da bi o kan do akra o wie no ba sa wo so be shepa edi kotu so bi pizza is watomra under restriction
e bi aje sa onu obobo de ampesi dia na ya aka
edi kotu so bi de pizza no is watomra na hwan akotinchina kwahwe obi akwansan mu yes Cote d'Ivoire na so mo ka so o ma ban mo obi ankum ya o mo nwe wuram na mo se no bi o mo de ban ba o mo de yes o mo kwa o mo de kwantre no mo de nam kwan mu ehwe ti so behuna sakrante na demo bisa so ko fa na sabe
ene ti ko mba ha ko
enforcement
on ba shi tike pa
o ha ba che ti ko
me do want to mention
na no yare ba ku ikura ba ikura bo na de say de ese mi anyu yudem nam ya tike se ewidem nam no Ebola ewidem nam na yefo nto okodo okodi freezer na Ebola ni twem wa no
wa satam na achi
na nya bi
so satam na asena kum Ebola na wo mu nyina na woni ma nra me yema mpani ntuma na ohye ye no mu se okasa bia ntuma ohye no yes enra de no na oman koso o se edum ba ko egina so eye humasua hyehyɛ pa edi mu enti no sɛ ɔman bi abetuma akɔ n'anim anti ruhwa atade na ntoma no a ABCD ene ya twere ewo mu na sɛ ɛyɛ ɔman kɔsoɔ edum ba ko ejina so ɛyɛ humasua ho hyehyɛ pa
ayo sa local foods ameka ye Ghanaian publisher Ghanaian publisher the Bokata and atwa but orat apia kwanitiki was say the year by one wa hyeda kodwom okonto osifo josio mokofo dawadawafo na ntwiremfo josio was say ye to Ghana nuane ne mbo sa na omakohu no
enti adwa ye bena so report pese wo fast opportunity na wo church amam for Ghana nuane no bi obi wo ho a onim Ghana aduane ye ka Ghana aduane onim adekro enti bobobi
akple eye Ghana aduane dokono eye Ghana aduane bayire ebro
dokono chichirim
tuozafi
debi dokono no chichirim
ye won kra dokoro ne won fati dokoro ne ye won si ho asichie dokoro ne nyina ye Ghana ye nuane ne bia tuozafi nom eno se ye nkrofo me ma me o favorite ye nkrofo favorite pa TZ ye de kuma se fe ne tuozafi
ana diehuo
ne fe na
ya net sen
diehuo
bi wa hu bi da
ye eni ye fita e wo ho no abeka se bia banku ne ye da obete mu ambre
ne nkwan no
ye green satroga ese nkruma green pa na mu ya ye nam kakra bi di aka ho sauce kakra bi ti esa green ni mawa ni asa sauce ni kakra gum odi die huo no tumu a de pa ena ni so mu a to ye mu a
na ntwene me ana achen kama mu
ya che pa ne ya na eye wachefo na
da bi eno so ye ono so
omo so de na che ho wachefo no so na mu che pa
ya made enso
na so no akase no ya made na
kwadwo ata na asama oka no eye asama hu hia pa apia na asama kana asama hia pa sense na wanka bilengazo me wanka
wo de waka
so waka
chemo bi ho a onim no
eti kwadwo ata apia kran bilengazo nso ya na waka ya de aka
eno ye aduane ben
bilengazo no
tikesi cheche mu
adi DOP onimpa ye kwa adan no bilengazo no eno na ye aduane a udi a wo yareta bibiam so wa hoden
ye di aduane
ye ka
TK Chronicle atro asem bi e by to ya wie aduane no
asa
kakra bi say kakra no mo di e bar spices no so a ye nyusu local spices no no pepper hwentia prekasa no dawa nkete awirewa kakaduro ni nyina ho ena fe yankwan so prekase ena ewira no enkwan se prekase ewira no ena akatoa no nkwan ni nyina ye Ghana ye niam ye de ye nkwan ena ebinum so di gare ye gare to gare fufuo
ena de ya mempe
ena de nya wo la ebinum favorite pass no o gare to kra wo ho uchi mako ni je na edi nwa eguso na de nsu ne ntini kakra peti gari no so na wo de afra no twitwa pa eguso enya agrokra ena eto ankasa nso efufuo yi eno nso so ho fatiri dachi enso so ho
you are talking about eto no so ope etop me kind of for eto so ope eto pa eye yi a kumase asafo ho ye sunlight ni ato
eto no
ye sunlight ni ato eto no ene ho no ye de eyi ye de omode ayi guso
eto ye de ba ko a na kan de guso no dɔso pa nse dɔso se aduane bi ade eto ba ko ye timi de pa guso enkate
eto ko pe ni so a enye eto
pe enkate kosua ya noa enwo nsusu ankete no nyono no ye de guso edi kobi momone yetimi yam nkate no ko nkate fe no tochi eno nkate ne ya kye wiere ni abobo so enyama ne mfe ni abo no nkuruwa fe no tochi yetimi do tochi nso to so ne nyina ye e de twitwa je na hahan ne nyina ye niam e de gane se eto
ene ya wo ye bi
me de me ma me ne tan ye ma me pa me ankasa de me ntan nye ne so aduane a me pepa na me ma me ba e na me di no mo fise
wanka
ya obaha
ana so ko a
TK me ato no
bitimi fufu no
emma na me de
da ben na
paint bucket mu na e she fridge mu ti bi koduru anwumra na da obeba me ka cho na ya obebisa me de akwa kosi o ka cha pasai ana ti ke ye ka ya abete so binum didi meko o sa bete ti mi twi meko ani je na ne de nkuruma ya noa apotom dia tunu atwi na wo de
adanfo no
wo twi ko bi ti wo bi ye fine papa
ana bi nso didi nkate nkwan ebi didi aben nkwan
ebi didi nkara
ba ku bi ambeka de on hwe obeso adwane
and they were here menka na tike chirikase nkwan so ma nka chirikase eno
dry okro
yes nkuruma ye twitwa ne hata na ya wa de aye nkwan no chirikase nkwan fine papa
enti mundi e no efi na ekwo wa ebe chiw se wote aduane foforo bi ho
you will see
tike ba me ka sem kite na no heritage Ghana yeko krobo ekotwa dipo e bai na se mo follow ye no I won't say mo de mayo nso baby abayo be 10 years or say 11 years dipo na mamre ne ho mara ne bi ne say ya wuni abonte aduane omo fi omo kromo nuane bayire fufuo ni abenkwan no mo ne be ya mo wadi ene millet no ne de ma na akoda no first day oba ya ja wankasa de nuane na ma ne de second day no otie so no se ne de aduane minni o su sa anti YouTube hu pe ne de camera ne to no so ne ko bisa ne sa de no osu o se no e ma ne di bayira mpesi ni abenkwan ene so oba mo sa de bayira mpesi be so oni biem obedi wo se wono fried rice no di no fitema ne be ya de no
that's right
aduane akoda ni aye fried rice
just fitema nti ofi amano ne
amano
eti nuane no ko ni krom na ne ye no amano no onye used to otie sum
adwa Edmond pa nti apia unfortunately ebre no aso o say aprepensan is also good
akawe
and then Efia Pokuya Boachi say AUTV why this morning koye bidi kona koye bidi especially etono and aprepensan so nya ba fu aduane
there be
oh sa na ye jai Canada
ye jai Canada ba fu bi akura ni hompo
e o mari ade kura ye be
amukro maritai enti eno anu no ye pija ye muse ye ba and apomudi ho asma ye can ye say is mass testing for COVID-19 in offices necessary questioner ye bisa na Dr. Winfred Bay, a consultant physician Kolebu Teaching Hospital and Divisional Secretary Greater Accra Division Ghana Medical Association ye ne bekasa e ohunhum
aja kuna wani wani de dika ya ba ya honhom interview
dika woni ye nuane sama ye kan na me pese atakodwo obo modern ye list no so no si ni enti atabo modern ye list retenten ti fabra
do isaka o se tike mu anka kurikuri don pino say media audio preparation over the weekend just surgery say no pay ya fufu no o won hye fufu aye ne 6 o'clock pa koche bi obadwo ko hwa
o pa ye
kama mete
obadwo
obadwo 6 am
I sit now ready ko for the crabs bi ahomachi nyina
ka wonu nsem
mo say
I think ma me first da ma say West Closet na da Roma na no pay so o share me atade say West Closet ye bia wo ton tade afefefefe pa o wodoko traffic light no oben techno building no it is a wona mo odoko odu ba bia techno for dan no wono a e wona say West Closet e wo so person friend no be san ntade bi bo any size a wo pa me pa chow friend no 0243 508 635 say West Closet e 0243 508 635 me dana se anopai se wa mame atade ahye
Mary ebu ase eda adwo ebu aje ma me beba ye nyina Mary ya bra me ka wa makura me de ma me betum aka
me mo ne
na ba de ye nyina
mo ma me number ti be ko
me frɛ ma me kwa ye interview na no
ye be frɛ no
se ti ke mi akasa to no ho bi so no na me ye pa me so na otete me no ono so na de nti mi na da bia me fufu de ne wo kodo
so na wajai
ti ke mi nyini ye no em sa akwadwo na ye ni ha kakra ba mu etafe na me a me nye bie
kwabra
yes
tutu akwadwo ho mu no frɛ
bebe tu akwadwo ho ba
ya da ho akwadwo se be nu next week sa bre na akwadwo ho no ko na fi o de to na aba ebusu afọ me ka mo se enne eye 29 ochina ye 30th ochina na ye hye edintwase
30th
se wo ye Ghana ni wadi mfie du nwotwe eko wadwene mu da ho we are sure so wadwene mu da ho
tantan bia ne achi
wo passport ana se wo Ghana card ana se obenya nipa mienu am akwa dance ama wa mo akwa register pacho kona kwatro odin mu ye ntwentwen bia ntantama na akọ na akwa kwatro me se bai madwen se metro me de ntem papa so the be aba no mekwa kwatro me de ntem
the area you register
no continent
we so to abade ntem any offer kayat na front no wadu
enti ya dan ho se ba pa Dr. Winfred ba ye ne betwetwen komo ntwen ye ba sese ya